Starting a business is exciting. You've got this idea, this spark, this pull to build something from scratch. But then comes one of the most important questions. Do you go it alone, or bring someone along for the ride? Choosing between starting solo or partnering up can feel like trying to read the future. Both paths come with risks, rewards, and realities that aren't always obvious at the start. Let's get real about it. Some of the biggest business success stories started with partnerships. Google, Apple, Microsoft. All built by duos who combined different skills and created massive impact. But then we've got people like Jeff Bezos, Sarah Blakely, or Elon Musk in the early stages. Solo founders who pushed through alone and built empires. So who's right? Who's smarter? The truth is, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. Whether or not you should have a business partner depends on one key thing: you. Your goals, your skills, your risk tolerance, and your personality. And a lot of people don't think deeply enough about this before diving in. Let's start with the solo route. Going solo means you have full control. Every decision, every dollar, every direction, it's all yours. You call the shots. You pivot when you want. You don't need to consult anyone about vision, branding, or whether it's time to scale. For a lot of people, that's freeing. If you're the kind of person who has a clear vision, a wide skill set, and the discipline to keep showing up when no one's watching, you might actually thrive going solo. But, and this is a big but, going solo is lonely, not in the no friends kind of way. More in the I'm carrying this entire mountain on my back kind of way. When things get hard, and they will, there's no one in the trenches with you. No one to share the late night stress or bounce ideas off when you hit a wall. You are the engine, the fuel, and the mechanic. That can lead to burnout fast, especially in the early days when money's tight, traction is slow, and you're wearing 12 hats at once. Then there's the skill gap. Maybe you're great at building product, but you hate selling. Or maybe you're amazing with people, but can't code or manage logistics. A partner can fill in those gaps, which means you don't need to master everything yourself. In fact, some of the best partnerships happen when two people bring completely different strengths to the table. One builds, one sells, one dreams big, one keeps things grounded. That synergy can be powerful if it's the right fit. But here's the catch. Finding the right partner is harder than finding the right spouse. No joke, a business partnership is like a marriage. It's legal, it's financial, and it's emotional. You are tying your future to this person in a very real way. If things go wrong, it's not just awkward, it can destroy your business, your finances, and your reputation. And people often choose partners for the wrong reasons. Maybe it's your best friend. You've been tight since college, you finish each other's sentences, and you think it'll be fun to build something together. That can work sometimes, but friendship doesn't always translate into business compatibility. In business, you need tough conversations, you need accountability, and you need to challenge each other. If you can't argue productively or confront issues without hurting feelings, your friendship might not survive entrepreneurship. Other times, people choose partners out of fear. Fear of doing it alone, fear of failure, fear of not knowing enough. So they bring in someone, anyone, just to feel safer, and that almost always backfires. You can end up giving away equity to someone who doesn't add real value just to calm your nerves. That's not a partner, that's a crutch. So how do you know if you actually need a partner or just think you do? Ask yourself this: what can't you do on your own? Not what you don't want to do, but what you can't. Be honest. If the only thing stopping you is discomfort, like making sales calls or building a basic website, that's not a reason to split your company in half. You can learn it, you can outsource it, you can grow through. But if you've hit a wall with a critical skill like tech, legal, or a deep industry network, then bringing on a partner might make sense. Another good question: are you someone who makes better decisions alone or in collaboration? Some people get clarity through conversation. They think out loud. They evolve ideas by pushing and pulling with others. A business partner can speed that up dramatically if you click. But if you're someone who works better solo, who prefers autonomy, who finds committees draining, that dynamic might slow you down. Money's another fact. Starting a business costs something, whether it's time, cash, or connections. If you're bootstrapping and the startup costs are high, a partner can share the load. That's not just about the money, they also have skin in the game, and that changes how people show up. But make sure the money they're bringing is worth the ownership you're giving up. It's easy to undervalue your idea when there's nothing tangible yet, but future equity is expensive, and once you give it up, you don't get it back. One thing people rarely talk about is alignment. Are you and your potential partner on the same page about long-term goals? Because if one of you wants a lifestyle business and the other wants to raise venture capital and scale to the moon, you're gonna hit massive friction. Same with values. Do you approach conflict the same way? Do you share a work ethic? Do you agree on how to treat employees, customers, deadlines? These might sound like small things now, but they will make or break your partnership later. Now here's a twist. Sometimes you think you need a partner, but what you really need is a great support system. A mentor, a mastermind group, an advisor who's a few steps ahead, or even just a co-working space where you're not isolated. These can give you the feedback and emotional fuel you're craving without having to split your business down the middle. You stay solo, and sometimes a partner is exactly what you need. If you've got a clear idea, a strong work ethic, and a powerful connection with someone who fills in your gaps and shares your vision, you can build something way bigger, way faster than you could alone. A good partnership can create accountability, energy, and resilience. You hold each other up when one of you wants to quit. You divide the weight, so it doesn't crush either of you. But this only works if the partnership is intentional. Get clear agreements, write down your roles, expectations, ownership split, decision-making structure, and what happens if one person wants to leave. Do this before there's money on the table. It might feel awkward, but it'll save your relationship if things go sideways. So what's the bottom line? If you're driven, adaptable, and willing to learn, there's no reason you have to have a partner. You can start small, grow slowly, and build a business that's 100% yours. That freedom, that clarity, it's powerful. But if you find the right person, someone with complementary strengths, shared values, and a rock-solid work ethic, a partnership can accelerate everything. There's no badge of honor for doing it alone, and there's no shame in needing help. Just don't let fear or comfort be the deciding factor. Choose clarity, choose strategy, choose what fits you. Whether you go solo or team up, build smart. Know yourself, know what you're really building, and trust that the right path becomes clear when you're honest about where you're strong and where you're not. That's the real secret. Thanks for watching. If this helped you think differently about your own journey, hit like, subscribe, and share this with someone else who's debating the same question. And drop a comment. Are you thinking of going solo or teaming up? I'd love to hear your thoughts and story. See you in the next one.